Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We are here on Towers of Doom for our game number 1. Let me scoot my camera over, because I'm a little bit... There we go. We usually use our body to cover up chat. There we go. That's perfect. There we go. That way, we can just cover up any things we want to hide. And I can also point at things now. Like, I feel like... Look at the pick! Anyways, we are here on Towers of Doom for game number 1 in our first best of 3 of the evening. This is Division A East. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. And I know the question on everyone's mind, as always, is going to be, Baha, how did we get here? Home team this evening is going to be the members of Phoenix Rising. God, I will give it one shot right here.
You could give the best hugs.
Pixel, thank you for the follow. Phoenix Rising Xanthite, I believe is, or Xanthite. I looked it up earlier and I was like, we're not gonna get that right. So we are gonna be calling them PRX. They're going up against Dark Alliance. Dark Alliance actually won the coin flip, opting for map pick priority. They banned out Alterac Pass and Infernal Shrines. PRX is going to ban out Battlefield and Tomb, and that means that Dark Alliance with map pick priority will take us to Towers of Doom for game number 1. Let's get back to that draft, as we actually had a skipped ban. Let's see, did they say anything about that? Oh, okay, that's wonderful. So it was Yrel. So they're going to respect that it was a Yrel ban. So Garrosh, a Garrosh Whitemane on the left-hand side for PRX, and then we have Dark Alliance banning out the Yrel and Maiev with a first-pick Chromie. Not bad for our blue side. Wait. Roombas? Oh, right. There's like different names for these teams or something like that. Good to see you, Stark. Good to see you, Josh. Aura as well, how are you? Good to see you all in chat. Sorry if I missed anyone. Pixel, thanks for coming by. Kaimo, good to see you. I missed someone up there. Kalis, good to see you as well, my friend. Okay, so we are here on Towers of Doom. I'm actually like really excited. Like, I was a little tired today. I do have a second cup of tea, and it's a day-sized cup of tea, but I'm just really excited to be doing casting. I don't know. It's just I always get super excited about casting NGS stuff and just heroes in general. Tychus and Stukov for the left-hand side. The Cho'Gall Dream is alive right now, but I'm not going to talk about it too much. It's just odd that they haven't picked up a main tank. They also really don't have anything for solo lane per se, but like Tychus into Leoric could be beneficial. We'll have to see how it works out. I doubt they Cho'Gall. I think it might be a feign for it, if anything. I just want it. I feel bad last night. Leon Black was in my channel, and I played a bad Cho. Like I had so many misclicks on that Cho, and I felt so bad. And Tatsuki was along for the ride, but she blamed me for something in her channel today, so I don't mind. I asked her to turn up the volume on a song. All right, let's talk about Towers of Doom a little further right now, as we are going to be we're going to be through our second ban phase. Muradin to be banned out, ETC to be banned out on both teams looking to get rid of those tanks. Still have, Garrosh was banned out as well. I'm trying to think, like, what would be the priority with Greymane? A Nubrak would be wonderful here, and then you could actually pick up Rhaegar if you wanted to go Bloodlust, but they're going to go into Mei, so Mei has that dive ability, which is what I was kind of looking to synergize with the Greymane, as well as Leoric. Right Wing has a lot of maneuverability, per se, with the level 10 Blink heal. You can also add that Pixie Charm to yourself for a little speed boost, or to a friendly member. I doubt we see Emerald Wind, but I'm liking the side of Dark Alliance when it comes to what they've put together so far. Uther, Chain CC coming out from the side of PRX with a secondary support per se, or you could say main tank Uther. So double support on the side of PRX with a Sonya for the double rotation between top to mid against the Leoric. Good wave clear, good self-sustain. I think it's going to really boil down to the overall prowess of the Leoric or the Sonya. Like, I think it's going to be the 1v1 that we're going to be trying to watch here and there between these two teams. Last pick on the right-hand side for Dark Alliance, excuse me. Some range damage would be good for them. Wow, this is actually a really terrifying composition. Greymane dives in. I mean, Greymane and Li Ming together are just such a great duo, and the reason being is Li Ming can poke and whittle people down. Greymane goes in with the Dark Flight, Razor Swipe autos, Inner Beast is active, and you can really shred through an enemy team. So it's one of those things that I wonder who really comes out on top when it comes to the blow-up potential, because yes, you have all this blow-up on the side of Dark Alliance. I was trying to start a prediction as well for everyone, but you also have the counter. Oh, nope, wrong button. Nope, 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 nope. I'm so sorry. Draco, thank you for the Twitch Prime Gaming. Hold on, let's resend that. Thank you so much, my friend. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button and it turned off all the alerts, so that's going to be that. Either way, my whole point stands is just when this gray main tries to step in with the May or anything, there's a lot of CC with the Uther, with the Chromie time stop. So there's just a lot of things to consider when we're going into the dive versus the, I guess, control aspects of this. Let's get into the game, though. Thank you so much, SC2 Draco, for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you just so much. And enjoy all of your new emotes. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we have the members of PRX. We have Lazy Hydra on the Uther, Idioms on the Tychus, Joshua Scott on that Sonya, Hiva on the Chromie, and Iron will be on the Stukov. For the right-hand side, we have the members of Dark Alliance. We have Tops on the Leoric. Trickshot's going to be on the Greymane. Huge Slot is going to be on the May, and Flames will be on the Li Ming, and we have Mafia on the Brightwing. Let's get into those level ones and actually get into our game now. Sorry, I moved a couple things around on my desk, and I was like, wait a minute, where's my stream tech? All in on Roomba. Okay. Let me know if you guys, if any of you in chat hear audio. Excuse me, if you hear any audio doubling up or anything like that. I'm not wearing headphones, so I'm using my monitor speakers, and sometimes that audio comes through my mic. I don't think it should, but you know, you never know with audio. You honestly never know. My microphone could have changed to a higher gain setting because Windows likes to do that, but. Either way, the members of PRX are going to be poking at quite a few of these Dark Alliance members in bottom lane, able to whittle them down and force said Dark Alliance back behind the gate, just peeking up at the rotations between top and mid, and also looking at some of those level ones. For solo laners, we are going to be having the Sonya with the Slam build thus far. Leoric is going to be going into more sustain. So less of the wave clear ability, but more sustain in that, because I believe there is the Neil Peasants, I believe, is at level 1, so you can also get the faster wave clear from your Skeletal Swing. First Blood does go over to the side of PRX, and they will get that kill into the May. Our first objective phase is going to be popping up at 2:30 30, so until then, it's going to be grabbing some camps, trying to gain control of bottom lane, and well, just gain control of bottom lane while maybe not losing any of your solo lane soaking experience. Bottom lane is just the high priority in this map because you have a lot more control on the lower half. I guess I would say like lower half of the map. It's not really 2/3. It's you can draw a line across the middle of the map, and it's the lower half. But the invade from the side of PRX will not connect into the camp, at least not quick enough, and they will not be able to get themselves a steal on these sappers. But the same team, PRX, is looking to force in these sappers while burning out these red sappers on the opposing side. Chromie poking from afar. The wave clear is pretty moderate between the 4 members in this bottom lane. The same can be said on the opposing side. The unfortunate factor is it's the charge. Sorry, I was waiting to see, like, Huge Slot, are you going to be able to make it out alive? Trickshot actually diving in onto Idioms and not able to find the kill. We'll have our announcement for the first objective phase in just a moment, and then it'll be cappable at the 3-minute mark in the game. And now it's the back off. Both teams just going to back a little bit, maybe get some full mana. It looks like Idioms tapped well, so it's actually a pre-tap on the well. That's why you're seeing that big bar of health start already coming back, and you also have the large bar of mana. Chromie getting dove on by Greymane. Lurking Arm will not be enough from Iron, and that'll be a kill from the side of Dark Alliance. Very well played in the counter kill right before the objective phase, or just the kill before the objective phase, stalling out the Chromie. We're not 12 minutes into the game, so that means there's no channel point through the center of the map. So Chromie has to make the full rotation from core, from the Hall of Storms into this area to be able to poke at this enemy team. So until then, Lazy Hydra stepping forward, taking a lot of damage from Trickshot. If that's Flames almost landing that orb from Li Ming would have spelled disaster, and Huge Slot able to get the phase shift just in time, but now Trickshot getting low over here. Unfortunately, not enough damage will come out from this. Oh, the grenade sniping the Greymane right there. Looks like the solo laners just traded out the left and the right, went back to their respective duties of just watching some new anime probably on Crunchyroll and just solo laning. That's what you do, right? When you solo lane, you just you throw on a movie, you eat a sandwich, you clear a wave, rotate. Like it's very, very low APM, right? Like our APM should be like 2 for each of them, right? Funny enough, it's actually like 48 for Tychus. Whoa, Tychus! This is just some very calm play right now. No mic issues. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Man, this is just like, I'll click here, little click there. maybe I'll push a button here and there. Speaking of looking at all this APM and everything, let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. May will be scouting out the camp on the left-hand side. We'll see the time trap from Chromie. Going to use that blizzard to get a little more vision onto the camp. Also, it does provide some zoning potential, so that way Huge Slot can make sure that no one will invade from the side of PRX into the camp that the Dark Alliance members were just trying to grab. Sonya in mid, just putting some pressure onto top. Joshua versus tops, it's just going to be the eternal battle back and forth. As we continue to cycle through some of these other numbers now, you can go ahead and see what the XP contributions are looking at. You can see that solo lane value coming in right now. And the heroic kills, very, very low. I mean, it's 2 to 1, roughly 900 to 500, so still a little bit low on the end of experience coming in from those specific kills. But as this game does scale, so will that value. Obviously, either way, Huge Slot's going to try and get out of here. Unfortunately, will not be able to get the icing out. It does go down to the Stukov damage. Probably was about 450,000 damage from that one auto attack, because Stukov does hit quite hard. Actually, out of curiosity, what is Stukov hitting for right now? Can we quickly take a peek? 372 in auto, 5 minutes into the game. Greymane finds themselves in some slowing sands, able to walk away. Actually, just goes back into human form. Gonna get hit by the grenade from Tychus. Idiom not able to find that snipe again. And Chromie, Hiva gets the channel. That'll be 4 more shots into the core of Dark Alliance. 36 to 28 core health and 10 talent to your right on the precipice, or I guess right around the corner is a better way to say that, for the side of PRX. And now, let's see. You had one job. I understand that sword goes burr, leap goes burr too. Anyway, sorry, I was thinking back to a meeting earlier when I said to McIntyre that I was just like, yeah, I'm a real man. I take guillotine on Zul'jin, and he just goes, I'm gonna have to leave this meeting now. All right, we continue with this bottom lane. Good chain CC coming out onto Huge Slot. Unfortunately, PRX is not able to find the burst into that Mei quick enough. And unfortunately, just, I think, a little too spread out, or maybe there was some cooldown still on the Chromie. Well goes down, and a little bit of damage onto the fort itself. Another objective phase is coming soon. I'm looking on the minimap. I believe it's going to be a single altar in this bottom portion of the map. Yeah, there's no secondary one to kind of split the teams or channel so you can trade. I'm just watching minimap. I'm watching to see how the players are rotating around and just posturing right now. Camp was actually just about to come off cooldown, so the members of PRX are going to easily move to that. Trick Shot doing a good job of making sure they're on these camps as well. Will start this out, but look at Lazy Hydra moving in for the invade. Does see it. Did show, I believe. Curse Bullet connects. That's going to be a nice stun into Trick Shot. Slowing Sands from the Chromie. Great Soothing Mist from Mafia to get the Greymane out. Blink Heal will confirm a little extra health onto said Greymane, but the camp will be stolen away. 6 sappers are moving in through bottom lane to an exposed fort that the side of PRX wants to be able to convert before this objective phase. Granted, the objective phase is up and is already able for channel. Chromie or someone could sneak away, but you can see it right now. PRX, they want that extra shot. It's only 3 sappers. This won't confirm the fort. Icing from the Mace slows things down. Trick Shot getting low. Tychus steps in with the overkill, trying to find enough damage into the Greymane. Will not be enough. Forces the phase shift from Mafia as Chromie on the left-hand side of our screen will get the channel. 4 more shots raining out into the core. Oh, of Dark Alliance. So very close. Nice slowing Sands once again. Really good, just like Lazy Hydra goes in for the Hammer of Justice. Iva has the slowing Sands. Stukov has the lurking arm. Idioms pushes buttons and they get the kill. Well, that's what they're trying to do. Unfortunately, it's not happening quick enough. But the scaling from our blue side, I mean, we still have 13, 16, and 20 talent tiers, which can really, really impact that Tychus damage and Chromie damage as well. We'll have to see how, well, I guess Chromie still, you know what I mean. There's going to be, there's the combo right there once again. Unfortunately, Mei has the Crowd Freeze, which will slow things down. Joshua comes down here, pops the Wrath Berserker spears in, and that's a double kill in favor for the side of Dark Alliance, and now they, or excuse me, in favor for the side of PRX. who will also go ahead and grab themselves this fort through bottom lane. I'm looking at the camp timers, 40-some seconds, 50-some seconds, so no sappers to feed through bottom lane. The Tychus did step up with Commandeer Odin to poke at the enemy team. Double objective phase, that's going to be coming up next, and let's talk about the advantage for the side of PRX. Since they have this bottom lane bell tower, this bottom objective is going to be insanely difficult for Dark Alliance. This middle one, a little easier. Their telegraphed positions are going to be, or their telegraphed entrances are from basically mid lane through the sapper camp, and that's really about it. You can't really come through bottom because there's a tower. So the overall good map control coming out from our blue side. We'll see what Dark Alliance is able to do here, and if they're able to do anything, it seems like they have been zoned back so very far by PRX. Like, Lazy Hydra is just throwing out stuns, mostly just to stop Trickshot from stepping towards the objective phase. I don't even think it was really to stop them from getting the autos, but the Whittle was there, and Trickshot finds the kill into Uther. Uther does have those ghost heals for a little bit. A lot of good damage going into Brightwing, so it's a one-for-one trade. Big snowball onto the Stukov, into the wall. Huge shot trying to make something happen here. Wrath Berserker comes in from Joshua, and here's the thing, Leoric is still in mid lane. Where is the Leoric? He's just double soaking currently. You gotta split off from that soak, and you need to go in for the team fight. 5 shots already rain out into the core of Dark Alliance, and we are going to be seeing another 5 out from Iron in this bottom lane. We could actually see a total of 13 core damage here, chat. If these 3 sappers go over the wall, that's 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of damage. Sonya will continue to soak between top and mid now that the fight's over. Great rotations out from the Sonya. Really good just reading of the map, and it might even be communication, like, hey, we're gonna get in a team fight, or, you know, I'm poking, I'm gonna need Sonya. It's just good rotations always. Whenever Sonya needs to be somewhere, I feel like I look up and I go, oh, there's Sonya, sorry. I'm trying to drink some tea, and I'm just watching Tychus while there's actually a fight over here taking place. Sorry, I had my mug in one hand, and that's the same hand I used to move the camera around. Might be smart to move my mug to the left-hand side of the desk. We'll see. That'd be smart. That'd be really smart to actually do something like that, but we continue to hold through bottom lane on the side of PRX. Dark Alliance doing their best to stave off the extra damage coming through. Commandeer Odin comes down, but that gives Li Ming an ample amount of time to be able to dump damage into this Tychus. Razor Swipe went in by that Greymane, or excuse me, from Greymane over here, almost getting the kill. Mei goes in a little too deep, and the Nexus forces are going to find that kill. Chromie dumping out the damage, but it's, ooh, no, Trickshot backs into the enemy team. Razor Swipes through the side of that Slowing Sands. The minion wave will eat some of that Chromie damage. I believe actually ate all those shots, and Li Ming was able to poke away the sapper camp. Now here's the big thing to talk about, chat. This is a triple altar phase. 15 shots could potentially be in favor for the side of PRX, but it doesn't, like, that's not the only win condition. There are 2 win conditions here for PRX during this objective phase. Objective phase per se. PRX can grab themselves this left-hand side where Sonya is, and this bottom lane where Iron is, and then move for boss, and that'll confirm the game. It's a little risky, but if we look at our kill count, if we look at how these team fights have gone, if I was on the side of PRX, I'd be looking to make that boss play. It is a little bit on the risky side, but you have 33 health. You can lose 4 shots. Or you take a fight in this mid and then you go for boss, which is, I think, going to be the case. That's a lot of damage into tops, but the turnaround onto Uther instantaneously happens once. It's just going to be the kill into Uther. It's almost like a bait. It's like, yeah, you get the Uther kill, but you're going to lose almost 3 members. It's actually going to be 3 members now. Brightwing gets away, but the icing from Mei will not be enough. And now, this is where I would expect the quick calls coming out for boss, and that's exactly going to be it. Brightwing and Li Ming are going to be the 2 to defend against this, if they try to even do so. I'm watching Li Ming rotate to bottom lane, and I would assume that this is game, set, excuse me, not game, set, match, it's just game number 1. In our best of 3 series. That'll be going over to PRX. GG, well played. Is this where the hottest caster Baja makes us feel what? No, that's not true, Steampunk. Hey Rob, how you doing? Hey Jennifer. Wow, compliments me and then brings me down. I realize that I say alliance, not allegiance. Whoops. You ever have one of those You ever have one of those real big dyslexic moments? That's one of them. Oh yeah, we have predictions. Choose outcome. Phoenix Rising. All right, let's see. Losing team was that. First pick or map pick? Hydra needs to hit more buildings. He hit a lot of buildings. Man, I can't believe I just went an entire game with saying Alliance. That's just sad. Sad. I don't have Doa, Grubby, or anyone to shame me into saying it correct. That's your job, chat. That's your job. Please don't shame me. This is a safe space where I do Extreme Measures 2 runs in Hades and then cry after stream. That actually wasn't that bad. That was actually pretty fun last night, the Extreme Measures. Learny's so different. You literally have to relearn Learny. They might be talking. Okay. Sorry, I was asking to see if they had an answer. If they wanted to go into first pick or map pick. Either way, we're gonna hang out here and we'll wait for them. We've got to step it up. Baha shaming, you say? No, Baha shaming. Please no. How are you doing tonight, my friend? How are you doing, Dub? They want first pick. What map? Y'all ready for Carbot to draw the new Hero of the Storm on Saturday? Bandit, I need you to come co-cast with me. Where you going, bud? What's up, bud? You've been outside and everything. Are there coyotes again? There was actually a coyote. Like I was eating breakfast, and I was just staring out the window as I do. Okay, cool. Oh, I need to do things on my end as well. I can't. I'm just my brain. I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, whatever. This is going to be map choice by them, so it'll be that one. This is going to be one by them. Okay, we are remembering how to cast solo. It's very weird. They wanted this. Like I don't have Nightmare to move the camera around for me. I don't have Joseph in my ear just telling me what to do and where we're transitioning to. Like, solo casting. I gotta push all the buttons myself. Uther does just so he can get trait value or dies. Yeah, pretty much, Hemi. Like Uther was like, I'll die, that's fine. Caster R, Spooky Worm. Whoa, no, holy crap! Thank you for the 20 months. Thank you for the tier 1.
Subscribed.
Let's go PRXANTHUM gum.
Why do you do me like this, huh? Why you do me like this? One man wrecking crew, exactly. Thank you, Wano, for the 20 months. Thank you for the tier 1. Coyotes, how do you manage the bandit? He's always on leash? No. Bandit and I have really, really good verbal commands and non-verbal commands. I actually have like 2 pats on the thigh is usually like come to me sort of deal. 2 snaps is sit down. I can kind of like put one hand like out and be like stop, and he'll like, you know, sit and wait. So yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. I gave my Spooky Worm. Thank you, Ashmantle. Yeah, you gotta give them Spooky Worms. So he grab his chat and ask him to shame you into Dark Allegiance correctly. Thank you, yes. I can't wait till like I just get a message from Grubby and it's just like, I heard you need help pronouncing things. Like, yes, please, Grubby. Let's get into the cast. Oh no, let's not get into the cast. I need to I move Stream Deck buttons around. That's not the right button. This is the button that we need. There we go. Okay, because that turns on our draft, and yeah, there we go. Welcome back into the Nexus Gaming Series Division A East matchup between Phoenix Rising, and Dark Allegiance. We find ourselves here on Braxis Holdout, and if you're sitting at home wondering how we got to Braxis, I got you covered, friends. Home team this evening is going to be Phoenix Rising, and they lost the coin flip. Dark Allegiance, not Alliance, is going to opt for map pick priority. They banned out Alterac Pass and Infernal Shrines. PRX bans out Battlefield and Tomb. We went to Towers of Doom. That was the map choice of Dark Allegiance, and they lost that. Same team opted for first pick priority as they were the losing side, and they have that opportunity. So map choice goes over to PRX, and they've chosen to take us to Braxis Holdout. Let's get back into our draft and see what we have thus far. It looks like we're going to have a Garrosh ban, a Chen ban. Oh, no Chen coming out in this game. I love a good Chen. Oh, and we're going to miss a ban, but let's see what they actually say. Chromie. It's going to be a Chromie ban. It's going to be a Chromie ban. Luckily, these teams are really respectful, and that is going to be... I really appreciate that. It's just good sportsmanship. Joshua Scott, Chen OP. Oh, okay. I just love Chen in general, and I think he's great for this map as well. You gotta click the ban button after you click the hero. Ha! Oh, that's rich. All right, Rexar is gonna be banned out. So some really good solo lane control gonna be banned out. Damage that we just saw in the previous game will be banned out by the side of Dark Allegiance. I don't know why I want to say Alliance so bad. But that'll be a first pick for the Tychus for the side of Dark Allegiance. I'm a little surprised at the lack of Hogger, but Towers of Doom is still a good map for Hogger, so maybe it's just not a practice hero. Maybe it's just there's more comforts in that sense. Like the Sonya's a lot more like practice stuff. Like if someone said, "Hey Bahamut, play Hogger or Sonya," I'd be like, "Well, give me Sonya," because like I have more games on Sonya. So maybe it's just one of those things that's still being kind of practiced and worked on by some of these players. Ooh, Stabby Daddy and Miss Thymane gonna be coming in here. Okay. Chen over Cho'Gall. That's a bold statement, Mr. I'm Stuck. Sorry, I'm getting like back into the realm of doing solo casting, so I'm just like, I was like, wait, I have to do something. Let's do another Twitch prediction. We're gonna start it now. We'll give it 5 minutes so you can all do it while the draft's happening. 5 minutes, like halfway through the draft, I feel is just about right. I might be, we'll see. I think it's about right here. We have like 4 more minutes of draft, I do believe, and then there's that minute or so of loading in time. So it gives everyone some time to watch the draft, throw in some points, and maybe increase their bet based on what they're seeing unfold in the draft, or either way. Last ban on the right-hand side, it's going to be a Joanna. Great for this map, good control. Trying to think here, May's still up and available. We still have, I doubt we see a Tyrael. Murden's up and available as well. We could, though, just see another... Could see another Uther out from the side of PRX. I don't hate the idea of another Uther, but then they're also lacking wave clear on the side of... Well, both teams really are lacking wave clear into the objective phase. I'm a little worried about PRX's draft if they lose the objective phase, but the same can be said about Dark Allegiance. Like a Gul'dan, a Kael'thas, a Jaina, I think all of those would be really, really good for this right-hand side, and then you maybe look at a Murden, and you just go like, maybe you go into the Jaina, and you Stormbolts, you slow, you burst. I really like that direction. It's going to be Kira. Both teams, in my opinion, lacking a lot of wave clear for this map, but there's always the argument you can make, if you don't lose the objective, you don't have to wave clear that much. Murden can, like, it's just like, it's all moderate at best through everyone. It's not anything really good. And maybe I'm harping a little too much on that. I had a bad loss, not a bad loss, but Tatsuki and I lost pretty heavily last night because we lacked decent wave clear into the objective phase. And so Sonya will round things out. She's alright-ish, but you do have those Banelings, and those Banelings really deal a lot of damage. Can't spin to win through just all of those. Are you sure it's set to 5 minutes? Yeah. I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, it's got 2 minutes, 49 seconds left. Imperious, Grand Paladin, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, my friend. Imperious will get some nice stun combos, perhaps Spear into Rainer ult. That could have been it. Maybe we're gonna see like Stormbolt, Celestial Charge, and Unrelenting Strikes, like, you know, like Blade Go Burr from Kira. I don't know. Looking at both drafts, I really don't know who I'd give this over to. Like, if I had to make a prediction myself, I would maybe say, like, not like throwing the last game out of consideration, just literally looking at these drafts, I would lean a little bit into the side of Dark Allegiance. But well, honest to God, we'll have to see what happens here. Let's go ahead and get on into the game. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of PRX. We've got Lazy Hydra on the Mei. Iva's going to be on the Cassia. Iron will be on the Stukov. We've got Idioms on the Lunara. And we have a Sonya, played by Joshua Scott, up in the top lane. On the right-hand side, we have the members of Dark Allegiance trying to put one up on the board and take us to a game number 3 in this best-of-3 series. We've got Trickshot on the Tychus. Tops will be on the Imperious. We have Huge Slot on the Murden, I would believe. On the Murden, yep. And then we have Mafia. Mafia will be on the White Mane, and then Flames on that Kira. I chugged a bunch of tea, and then, of course, it's just like, it's not a good idea as you have to, you know, say a bunch of intro names, but right now we'll hang out and see what this first engagement looks like. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of the player vision as well, or set up our player vision so we can do things like this and be able to just see how they're posturing and, well, seeing what they're seeing so they can make decisions. Burden in this flank position will find the Stormbolt on to Lazy Hydra. Celestial Charge from tops will connect. That's going to force the Cryo Freeze out from Lazy Hydra. That's a dash forward from Trickshot. Is there a grenade to find enough damage? The Stormbolt connects, and the members of Dark Allegiance find first kill in this game. Huge Slot almost going down. The sustained damage from Lunara, but the healing from White Mane will be enough. Great first kill. Not going to yield the most insane amount of experience, but still going to yield a bit of a buff in that realm. Meanwhile, in top lane, we actually had Flames going into Joshua Scott. So Kira versus Sonya. Huge Slot coming up here. They didn't show. Now they're going to step into lane. Stormbolt should be up and available, but Sonya's doing a great job of playing in the minion wave. Good sidestep of that Stormbolt, and Joshua gets out of there. But amazing rotation from this Murden. Not a hero you'd expect to rotate into top lane to get a pick onto you. And with the Kira, that's definitely a decent amount of damage between the Carnage, the Blood, or the Bleed. There we go. I'm trying to remember what her status effect is. I believe it's Bleed. Camp on the right-hand side to be grabbed. Very early camp. Ooh, Trickshot, you're getting a little low there, buddy. Oh, this is an awkward spot to be in. If Lazy Hydra sees Trickshot, okay. Like, if I was Lazy Hydra and I saw Trickshot, I'd be like, icing, I'm going in. Like, I'm gonna slide on in, and I'm gonna bust that Tychus chops. Oh, prediction time was over on the phone? Oh, weird. Okay. It is Bleed. Okay, thank you. Ooh, Lunara doesn't have enough poison damage. Channel will be in favor for PRE, even though it seems almost like the members of Dark Allegiance kind of have macro control. And it feels like as I'm watching this, it feels like the macro control is in favor of Dark Allegiance, but the side of PRX are just making better positional choices in some of these moments, and I say that as Tychus is shutting into Lazy Hydra, who gets the Cryo Freeze just in time. Trickshot needs to back off for a second. Tops getting very low. Iron trying to come in here. Lazy Hydra comes in with the icing, and the Cassia will find the spear, getting the kill into the Imperious right there. Trickshot finding a chase into the Lunara, but Lunara is a little too quick. That deer moves a little too quickly for the Tychus. Maybe, you know, that's why they got rid of the cigar for Tychus. It was hindering his ability to chase after enemy heroes, so got to work on that lung capacity. Dumb. Channel once again in favor for the side of PRX, and this is what I'm talking about. It's like, even though Dark Allegiance has this control over the map, it feels, when they're just pushing out waves and constantly clearing, seems like PRX, though, always gets their way on these points. I want to peek into top lane really quickly, because Flames versus Joshua Scott, Revolving Sweep. I know there's two fights that are happening right now. We'll jump down to the other one, but this is a lot of damage into Sonya. Is there enough Carnage damage? There's the Bleed. Joshua needs to get into lane, just trying to run away, maybe look for a regeneration globe. It was actually just coming off cooldown, but Sonya's not able to get out of there. Let's move back down to the fight in bottom lane as Murden dwarf tosses in with no health. Nice blind out from Lazy Hydra. Trickshot trying to get away with that slow is going to empower Idioms to be able to chase in. That Idioms considers chasing further. The poison damage is there. Can Mafia find anything to heal up? That'll be some healing for Tychus, who will be able to hearth away, but that was a very hairy moment for everyone in this bottom lane. Unfortunately, in the top lane, Sonya did go down to the Kira, who gets some free pressure. And I'm saying unfortunate again, because since bottom wasn't won over by Dark Allegiance, this top is kind of moot. Like, yeah, you killed the Sonya, good on you. Experience is still equal, but you have no advantage, really, as the Lunara came up there and was holding that as well. But now, since this bottom lane is going to be lacking that Lunara, and that communication will be out towards the friendly members of Dark Allegiance saying, it's a 4v3 down there in your favor, we will see this bottom lane go back over to our red side. Celestial Charge onto Iron, a lot of good damage. Blinds come out from Hiva to try and slow down the damage into this Stukov, and it will not be enough. 7 talents here achieved first by the side of Dark Allegiance. Kira playing that very aggressive into Lunara. Sonya finds the camp for top lane, and Channel, for the first time in this map, will go over to the side of Dark Allegiance. Trickshot and friends just clearing out the waves. Now, I'm looking at the map really quickly. So blue will actually be down here, which is really good for PRX. They've got 74. They're gonna get 74% of the Zerg wave. Top lane for the side of Dark Allegiance isn't that bad, but there's no there's no initial structural damage, or I guess like that soft pressure that's in the lane, much like you have. I wouldn't even say soft pressure, I'd just say like structural damage in this bottom lane. So if PRX can get 100%, this is probably going to be a fort going down in bottom lane, maybe a keep front gate, depending on how PRX actually plays the team fight. Here's most OP hero in the game, can make buildings bleed. Lunara can poison buildings as well. I mean, have you ever seen a poisoned brick before? That's news to me. Idiom's trying to get this kill into white main, but Mafia doing an amazing job of sustaining themselves and just, oh wait, is there enough time for you to hearth? Oh, no way. 39 health, I think it was a little bit lower, maybe 36 or so. Flame's actually getting pressured by Sonya, who doesn't have Wrath of Berserker. I thought they had Wrath of Berserker for a hot second, because I was like, wait, why is Sonya glowing? Probably going to be the Shot of Fury or Battle Rage. Battle Rage, actually, probably going to be, yeah. I believe that actually gives her the glow. Touche. No, I wasn't trying to counterpoint. I was just adding to it. Like, I'm just like, yeah, no, Lunara makes buildings bleed, which is just crazy. Or not bleed, poisoned. Tychus is getting a lot of damage into Lazy Hydra, but Lazy Hydra has that snowball which blinds, and Tychus can't do anything right now when it comes to damage, or at least for that few couple seconds. Hiva trying to chase on into the Tychus, who's just so very low. Sonya goes down to the Kira in the top lane. Members of PRX looking to 1-for-1 this, and that'll be the Imperius going down in bottom lane, so that will be that trade. Kira does get the channel, stalling this out, but it's weird that Kira actually didn't get this channel immediately, maybe going for some experience to get that 10 talent tier a little bit faster. But look at this pincher movement from PRX. Literally, Lazy Hydra came from this left side, and Idioms came from the left side, and Lazy Hydra on the right. Like, if Kira was trying to grab a camp or maybe trying to back off, it was a really interesting play. Aggressive, but interesting. 3D melee nerfed hero for... Third melee hero nerf for DA. Wow. Took me a second to figure that one out, Chess. How you doing, friend? Oh, we're gonna have a little bit of a pause. Let's go ahead and pull this away, and let's find out what the pause is all about. Looks like we have a DC from one of the players. Okay, that's okay. So right now, what we have is we have a Zerg wave that is 92%, at least currently, because it was 100% for the members of PRX first, and that is gonna be moving into bottom lane. I'm looking at this structure right now. It has got a sliver of health. Not a sliver, it's got a third of its health. It's going down. That building is gonna go down once we get back into this game. Looking over into the top side, let me actually peek up there. Zerg wave is going to be a lot smaller, obviously. You do have the Ultralisk, you have a Guardian, you've got a couple Hydralisks as well, and then the Banelings for some structural damage. I would expect, let's see, Lunara versus the Kira. I would say Lunara can clear this out fine. I believe she has the Nature's Calling at level 4, so that gives increased clear into that one. PRX, ready? All right, let's get back into the game here. Cast. Three, two, one, boop. Sorry, I have my stylus for my tablet, and I almost bumped that, and I was like, no, I need to get the unpause, just perfect for them. So as I said, that fort in bottom lane goes down. Lunar clears out this top lane, actually not even losing much of their gate. Actually just lose the literal gate, and then the two towers still survive. Lunara is making the rotation down to try and come help out. Joshua is going to be spinning to win with it. Wrath of Berserker, great Valkyrie pulls out the white main. Huge slot trying to just CC or at least control this fight. Guardians supply some good sustained damage, and the members of PRX could look to continue to siege in through this bottom lane. Kira is split off, is not showing, so that's a little bit of a worry for this side, for this blue team side. So I'm just watching the minimap and trying to also see how they're playing this, and so far this is actually exactly, I think, what PRX wants. Ooh, really good angelic armament, but it's not going to be enough celestial charge to get further away. And this is what I was talking about. Guardians are supplying some good structural damage during all of the sustained damage. If that will get this keep down to just below half health. Kira trying to free push the top lane, open things up further for the side of Dark Allegiance. I love how Bandit is just chill out with all of his play. Yeah, dude. Bandit's just like, I'm just here to hang out. Now, he does constantly get up and leave the room. And I have to like coerce him back, like, hey bud, no, we're casting. It's not always, but there's like some nights where he just does not want to sit in the room. And I think those are the nights when there's like activity outside, like bears and coyotes, and he hears that and he wants to go sit by the door. He doesn't bark or anything, he just sits by the door and he just sits there and he'll look at me and I'm like, you know you can't go outside, and he's just like, yeah. 13 talent tier, rounding the corner for both of these teams in about a level. So with that, I think it's just going to be camp clear. It's going to be, yeah, you threw a camp into my lane, I'm going to go clear that. And so it's going to be this, I would expect, like, kind of just the swap at this point. Unless PRX wants to find a fight. Mei is going to run into Huge Slot. Lazy Hydra is going to get the blind. Stormbolt from Huge Slot into Mei. That Murden positioning for like a hot second was just like, what are you doing? And it was just trying to get some body block value in there. Lurking Arm from Stukov. There was the Dwarf Toss in. We actually are a Haymaker Murden, so that's what that explains the positioning. I was like, man, that'd be weird. Like, it kind of seems like they're positioning for a Haymaker. I'm like, oh, it is literally that. So, okay. It's Haymaker Murden, so there's going to be that Haymaker onto the Cassia. Icewall comes out from the Mei, trying to split the enemy team. Stukov with a Flailing Swipe is going to deny a kill, I do believe. Pustule gets spread around. That's going to be White Mane with the Scarlet Aegis out. Yeah. Always forget between Scarlet Aegis and I forget her other talent, because I rarely see enough White Mane. I'm just like, Scarlet Aegis and Divine's Reckoning. There we go. Crowd freeze from Mei, buys a little bit of time. No one's able to get a follow-up CC, or at least a control onto Mei from the side of Dark Allegiance just yet. Stormbolt from Murden goes out, will not connect onto Lunara. And our beacon phase will start up here in just a moment. This will be second objective phase of the game, and our lanes have swapped here. Ooh, Wrath Berserker from Sonya. Let's see if we can stick down here for a hot second. Actually, there's a fight still breaking out up here. Angelic Armament is going to be coming out. Leaping Strikes from Lunara. Haymaker onto Iron forces them back. Icewall comes out, pauses the team fight. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Flames gets the grapple hook away from Joshua, but Joshua says, I do not want to give over a free kill. They have that no escape. That is real big value right there for the Sonya, and PRX is able to, I wouldn't say clean the house, but will find a quad kill, find the objective phase, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be an instantaneous boss call. It is, absolutely will be that. And let's go ahead with this time to cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea what those look like, and give myself an opportunity to just chug tea. Haymaker into Imperious Stun could lock down result. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. There was last night when I was playing Shogal with Tatsuki, we were literally saying like, oh yeah, just Twilight Hammer into the Tyrande stun, because we had a Tyrande on our team, and the Tyrande wasn't in comms with us or anything, and I managed to get literally the Twilight Hammer knockback into the stun from Tyrande, and I started screaming and chasing after the Chromie and then fed. Because I dove so far past the enemy team front line. Like, I literally went front to back and just took damage trying just to get the Chromie kill. She lived, we died, we lost. Anyways, 15 to 13 in levels, massive Zerg wave through top with a boss as well. I do believe our Archangel does prioritize the more well-defended lanes, so this will be the top, and that works out very well for the side of PRX. Now, I'm like holding my breath for a hot second because I see Murd on the left-hand side of our screen, but we have this entire push through top lane. Sonya was zoning that back. There's going to be an Ice Wall from Mei. That kind of just gives a little extra room for the side of PRX. And PRX, oh wow, okay, Valkyrie comes out, does not pull anyone from the side of Dark Allegiance into any sort of team fight. Tychus is just shredding into this Cassia, who tries to get away. The healing, wow, I cannot believe it. Cassia lived right there. Tops is able to get a Celestial Charge back into the Hall of Storms. I'm going to pull away the talents really quickly. I know it's 16 talents here to 14, but this core is falling on the bottom of our screen, and a Muradin goes down to the Nexus Forces. Whitemane will go down to the Sonya. Joshua on top of Tops. I guess Tops on top of Lazy Hydra, and this is going to be a quad kill, and the core falls before Trickshot gets picked off. GG, well played. The members of PRX take this in a 2-0 fashion. Well, well, well. What a game. Let's pay out those bandit bucks. And let's get a interview going. And we're not done just yet. We actually have an in-between game. We have Gilly Shark versus... I have to look it up. Yes, please. Lobby 1. Boop. Am I on the right server? I am on the right server. Let's deafen ourselves. Let's get our interviewee in here. Alrighty, so let me just adjust audio really quickly. And at this time, we're going to be joined by Lazy Hydra. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling after all that?
Thank you. I'm feeling really good. I'm actually this season kind of playing as our flex sub, our normal tank, who's been putting in a ton of practice. Shoutouts to GP. Is in Texas, so he's unfortunately unable to play right now, but I'm happy we pulled it out, and it felt clean. It felt good.
I was gonna say those are really, really good matches. So let's talk about map number 1, Towers of Doom. The rotations around the map were really, really good from Sonya. Joshua played an insanely beautiful Sonya tonight, so I hope someone lets them know that was really, really fun to watch in the rotations up against that Leoric as well as, you know, against this Kira. But what I want to talk about is, because we were talking about this a little bit in chat, did you find that you were not sacrificing yourself, but you were kind of okay with the one, like, forcing some of those team fights on Towers of Doom and going down and then healing up and getting like a 1-for-3 sort of deal consistently?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of the wonderful and the crazy thing about Uther is that as a main tank, while he does offer the kind of double support aspect where you just make your entire team really hard to kill, it's also completely okay for you to die because of that fact. And so there were a number of times where we thought that something was going wrong, and I just say, keep fighting. I've got ghost heals, and it worked out.
Yeah, that was actually something I was saying too. Like towards the end, I was like, I think like I wouldn't say you're like suiciding, but like you were just like, if I die and we get 3 kills, like that's a trade I'm willing to take consistently. So it's just really well played around that map. Shifting over to Braxis Holdout, this was your map choice. Any particular reason why? You felt like you just had a better macro, or what was the reasoning behind the choice for the map tonight?
So with Braxis, it's a map that we practice, I think, a lot more than most other teams, and we've generally just had a really good track record on it. Been able to take down even like heroic teams in scrims in the past, so It's a map we feel confident on, and that is great because a lot of teams also don't really play it. So when it's up, we like to go there.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just curious about the insight because not a lot of people play Braxis. So I feel like I see a lot more Braxis bans than anything else. So thanks for that little bit of insight. And with that, before I let you run out of here, are there any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Yeah, for sure. Shout outs to you, of course, for casting. Shout outs to the other team. I believe they were Deathweb last season. It was really fun researching them, and they put up a really good fight. And then shout-outs to our team, shout-outs to Concept and GP, who weren't able to be here today. But they've been putting in a ton of work this season, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. I look forward to seeing you all further down in season 11 of NGS.